Audition season is fast approaching, and you probably clicked on this video because you might be a little bit unsure about what to do in the run-up. Maybe it's your first time applying to drama school and you need some insight into what's actually going to happen and what you should be anticipating. Or you could have auditioned once before, twice, 3 times, many times in the past, and you want to change your approach for this season so that you're increasing the possibility of getting offers. And that is where I come in. I'm Louise, I am an audition coach, and I have been helping actors for a number of years gain offers at some of the top drama schools in the UK and overseas. And I also train actors at drama schools, and I sit on audition panels as well. So all of my advice is based solely on what I have experienced sitting on those panels and what I see playing out in those audition rooms. And I have a firm belief that that information shouldn't be kept secret. So I am here to give you as much insight and as much guidance as I can. Now, if you are really keen to go deeper in your understanding and in your practice, then I highly recommend signing up to the Act Cool platform. There you are going to find resources and tools and speech suggestion lists and training videos and workshops and masterclasses, along with a community of like-minded actors just like you who are going through the same process. And so much of the information you can work through at your own pace. And we launched last year, and already we have people who have signed up to the platform, gained places at Arts Ed, at Central School of Speech and Drama, at Royal Welsh, and a ton of other schools. And all of the details for signing up for the platform are in the description box below. Okay, so let's get back to your audition checklist. Well, first things first, we're really early on in the process. So what I recommend starting with are school choices that feel in alignment with you. And that is a really important first step. It sets the tone for your entire audition season. Now notice that I said schools that were in alignment with you. I didn't say apply to every single school on the planet. I didn't say apply to the schools that all of your friends are applying to. And I certainly didn't say apply to the schools that have really good reputations. I said the schools that feel in alignment with you, because it's your training, it's your university experience, it's the next year or 2 years or 3 years of your life. And that includes trading a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy in order to receive that. And it is the catalyst for your future career within the arts. So you want your school choices to be on your terms. Not your schools, not your friends, not societies, your terms. So what are your terms? What should you be looking out for in your research that will determine whether a school is in alignment with you? Well, first you need to actually figure out what you want from training. What experiences do you want to have? What skills do you want to gain? What projects do you want to work on? What do you want to develop? Do you want to be in a big creative city, or do you want to be further out? Do you want emphasis on a certain discipline like acting for screen or physical theatre? When you picture your future career, what does that look like? What do you see yourself doing? Now, I want you to actually sit down with a notebook and brainstorm this. I want you to just kind of freestyle, write anything that comes to mind. And understand, you don't need to say these things out loud. These are notes that are purely for you. These are kind of like your non-negotiables. I want to study in London. I want to have training that has collaboration, ensemble, and devised work at its core. I want to go to a school that champions the individual instead of making everybody this kind of cookie cutter actor. I want to go to a school whose alumni have major success with signing with agents and getting really good breaks. Whatever you feel is important to you, write it down. Then you can begin your research, because I don't want you to apply to a school just because you know the name of the school. I want you to find out about them. What is their curriculum? Who's on the faculty? Who's actually going to be training you? What are the facilities like? What are the projects that you're going to work on? What are the opportunities or the competitions that you're going to be involved in? What are the current students and the graduate students saying about their experience whilst they were there? You've got to find out whether a school is actually a good fit for you. It's a partnership. And this is a really empowering thing, because you have standards and you have expectations, because you are auditioning the school as much as the school is auditioning you. So don't just apply because you think it's good. I want you to apply because you know it's good for you. Now, if you're stuck for which schools to begin researching, then over on the Act Cool platform, we have a huge list of schools and the links to all of their various websites. So that is a really good place to start. Now, once you've chosen your schools, the next thing on the list is a personal statement that is a springboard. All applications for schools come with a request for a personal statement. The chunk of writing that explains who you are, why you're applying, and what you would contribute to a training environment. The format for personal statements changes depending on the portal or the way in which you are applying. So if you are applying via UCAS, it's going to be a different kind of personal statement to if you are applying directly to a school. But regardless of what kind of statement you're doing, the rule stays the same, is that it is a springboard. It is not your entire history. The personal statement will be read by your audition panel, but it shouldn't be giving every single detail about you. It should be there to pique their interest, to get them intrigued and to prompt them to ask questions in the audition interview. So don't concentrate on filling the entire word count with a blow-by-blow account of your entire life from birth till now. You want to stick to some basics. So the first is what brought you to this point. That is recent experience within acting. It shows that you already have some kind of a link and a desire to be involved with the arts, and that you might have some skills that you want to build upon. Next is why training. Got to remember that there are many ways into this industry to become a professional, and training is only one of them. So this is where that research that you did before on the schools comes in really, really handy. What do you feel like training can give you? And how is this going to help you in your career? The next thing is, what do you want to do upon graduation? What kind of projects do you feel passionate about making? Do you want to do Shakespeare? Do you want to be in the next Christopher Nolan epic IMAX film? Do you want to start a theatre company? What is the dream? Next up is your contribution. This is how you show up and what you offer an ensemble. Schools don't want actors who are just there to take. Ensemble is a big part of your time there, so they want to know that they're bringing on individuals who are going to be offering things and have some element of generosity. And lastly, talk about the other things that you've got going on in your life besides acting. Panels want to know that you are a fully rounded human being outside of anything acting related. They want to see that you've got interests and hobbies and that they enrich your life, because everybody that is walking into these auditions has a love of acting in common. So they want to see what actually sets you apart. What other things do you like? Next up on the checklist is, of course, speeches that work for you. Every drama school has an expectation for monologues. Mostly it is going to be one contemporary speech and one classical speech. And the key here is to find ones that actually suit you as an individual and that also work for an audition environment. So I want you to avoid overly dramatic speeches, ones that have the whole life and death high stakes situation, the ones that require screaming or crying or hysterical laughter, because these are really hard to pull off successfully and they will leave you exposed in an audition room. I also want you to avoid iconic, famous, or highly popular speeches, because it will be really tricky for a panel to separate the speech from the actor who originated it. And that's a level of comparison that you really don't need. Avoid circumstances that you can't connect with. Drug use, murder, psychosis, to name but a few. Anything extreme or gritty, those I want you to stay away from, because the likelihood is you've not gone through anything like that. So you'll fall short when you're performing it because you don't have an understanding of it. What I do want you to concentrate on is gravitating towards speeches that are of your own age range, that are close to you in energy and experience, speeches that are active, i.e. that you are speaking directly to a person who already lives within the world of the play. I also want you to choose speeches that contrast with each other, that have different energies, and ones that you actually like. Audition season is long. You're going to be doing these speeches again and again, so if you don't like them to begin with, it's going to be a really, really boring process for you. And my last and most important point for the checklist is a sturdy mindset. Talent isn't everything. Audition panels want to see past what you can simply do on stage, and they want to see how you plan on showing up for the next 3 years. Are you capable of taking constructive criticism? Do you fall apart when nerves are high? Can you relate to others in a genuine way? Do you have drive and work ethic but still don't take yourself too seriously? Do you have opinions and things to say but also still leave room for other people to voice their opinions? In the end, you aren't auditioning for a role in a play with a cast that is going to be over in 8 weeks. You're auditioning as an individual for a school. Panels want to offer places to actors who will be genuine collaborators in a creative space. So if you shrink and constantly apologize, if you're unable to treat your panel as equals, if you view the whole thing as a zero-sum game, and if you pretend and present an idea of what you think the panel wants to see of you, then your mindset is probably not robust enough. So please, please don't underestimate this point. It is probably the most important one on the list. In the end, talent is abundant. They are going to be seeing so many people coming into these rooms doing lots of different speeches, and talent is just going to be, well, a dime a dozen, basically. The thing that is going to set you apart is the energy that you bring into the room, how you hold yourself. And all of that begins with a sturdy, healthy mindset. It's self-trust. It's a belief in your own abilities. It's a knowledge that even if this doesn't work out, that it isn't a statement about your worthiness as a human being. I really hope that you found this video useful, and I wish you every success for the season going forward. Make sure to check out the Act.Crawl platform and check out links for working with me one-on-one. Like and subscribe as always, but until next time.